Hello, your majesties, my kings and queens, it's your princess here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for your show of love. Thank you for all that you do for this community to keep growing. Thank you so much. One of you created an instrumental, I think Yikwaba. I hope I got that well. I got that right. Thank you so much. And to all of you who always send us super thanks, you are really appreciated. All of you for watching, for giving our videos thumbs up, for leaving comments, because all your comments are important, right? And thank you so much. I really appreciate you for all you do. Hope you're well in all that you do. Your family is doing well. All around you're fine, and you're loving yourself and others like always. It's like everything is being opened gradually. A lot of persons are getting to rediscover themselves. A lot of things are, coming to light. Like everything is coming to light, and something is happening right now in Israel, which I would like to show you. And you leave your thought there as well as this section.
Amidst the noise of the recent clashes with Palestinians, another crisis is going mostly under the radar. Dozens of members of the African Hebrew Israelites, believing to be descendants of an ancient Israelite tribe, now facing deportation. The Interior Ministry reportedly giving upwards of 46 families just 2 months to leave the country despite having permanent residency status. Joining me now with more, though, is Hebrew Israelite Community Representative Isreal Moore. Isreal, thank you so much for being with us. Now, you just came out of a meeting, I understand, with the Minister of Interior. What was discussed in the meeting, and were there any developments?
Yeah. You see, we have approximately 135 people right now who have upward of about 50 days now to be out of the country. Now, when we look at these people, we're considering you have those who've been in Israel since 1969, 1970. You have children in second and third generation of their children who've been born in Israel who don't have any legal status in any other country in the world. You have those who have matriculated through the systems of Israel, most notably the military, and their either family members or parents are up for deportation. There's a situation here that we've tried to settle with the Ministry of Interior, and we've tried to settle it for the last 53 years. But somehow, some way, we've always run into stumbling blocks where they would just not allow us to do so. And this time around was a bit stranger, because they gave us a feeling that they actually wanted to settle the cases. And we were in this situation with them for approximately a year now, since August of last year. They requested that we provide to them a listing of the those who are up for not deportation, but those who do not have any legal status here in Israel right now, and they'll settle the cases. But guess what they received in turn? They received a deportation note letting them know that they have up to 60 days to be out of the country. So those who immigrated to Israel in 1969, they immigrated under the law of return. But the law of return, and they received legal citizenship, not status just, legal citizenship. But the law of return changed in 1970, and then that law was no more relevant for us. So those who had citizenship, their citizenship was revoked, first of all, and then we began the legal battle. Now, in 2014, Gideon Saar wanted to put a close to this situation once and for all, and he began the process, actually began to settle cases, but he just didn't get around to everybody because he was just in office for a year and a half. And when Aryeh Deri returned to the office, everything that Gideon Saar had begun, he absolutely annihilated. And the process for deportation, I think, actually started then in 2015 when they simply just drug the cases out up until 2020 when they allowed us once again to come to speak to them. And then they gave the impression that they were willing to now settle everything once and for all. And then we are now served deportation notes.
So my final question to you is, do you think that this is a technical issue of some sort, or do you think there's maybe more political or even religious motivations behind these decisions? And might it even have anything to do with the smaller held belief amongst the community that the Black Hebrew Israelites are the true descendants as opposed to other white appearing Jews?
I think it's very simple. You see, we have not came up on these obstacles because we are not part of the whole house of Israel. We have not experienced all of these difficulties just because we have our different beliefs in regards to how we should keep the laws of the Bible. We have a very specific feeling about this, and we feel that we're just not wanted here in Israel. The color of our skin plays a very big part in it, obviously, because we're not the only community here in Israel who's experiencing such difficulties. Even the Ethiopian community is experiencing their own difficulties in their own way. The policies of immigration in Israel says obviously that those who were born in Israel and have no other status in any other country is eligible for citizenship. And in 2002, Ariel Sharon reassured the then congressman that that everybody who was born in Israel would actually receive citizenship. But obviously that has not happened. So it's been a continual process of trying to actually uproot us from Israel. And I think we've reached a peak at this moment. And I'm happy that it's catching the kind of attention that it's catching, because it has to come to an end.
All right.
Your Majesties, I hope we heard all that, right? The Black Hebrew Israelites were given 60 days to vacate the land of Israel. Like I said from the beginning, the more the truth comes out, the crazier, if I'm permitted to use that word, the crazier everyone becomes. And you will be unsettled when you know already that you are inheriting an inheritance that belongs to some persons. When you are inheriting an inheritance that is stolen, of course you'll be scared. And again, you would want to push the originals out, push them away so they don't try to get to the real truth, right? Push them out, and then with the help of those who planted them there. Like those of you that are not new to the channel, you know already the year that very country was created and called Israel. You know that year, you get my point? And you know already that if you're going to judge by that year and to the whole history and everything, those people were really planted there. They are not the originals. And we've been hearing this. It's been said. Now, they are ioters of truth, and that is why they are becoming so unsettled. They are becoming so unsettled. Oh, we have to just push them away. We have to kick them out. And they have been given 60 days to vacate that land. The thing is, I think it's even safer not to be in Israel right now because of the way things are going. Something big is coming. Something big is coming, and maybe it's the Creator's own way to try to move out his chosen people for safety. Because of course, when a wrong is done, there is always a payment for it. When a wrong is done, there is a payment for it. And it's not news to you anymore. It's not even story to you anymore. How this group of persons who call themselves Israelites living in Israel. I'm sorry if I'm using these words, but I don't know. You've watched a video of mine where we talk about them rejecting everything, like they do not even really know who Yeshua is. They don't really study anything about Yeshua. And again, there are a lot of things about them. Yeah, they were banning the Bible itself. They were banning the Bible. Like I keep saying this, the Europeans are not the owners of the Bible. The Bible was gotten from the Garden of Eden, the mother of mankind, Al-Kebulan, Africa, whichever word or name you want to call. The Bible is our property that was taken, and then one or two things removed and one or two things added, and then they return it back to us in order to use it to brainwash us and the rest of them. So when something is originally yours, you have a connection to it. Remember, as children, as the chosen ones, right? As those in Al-Kebulan, those who had connection in Al-Kebulan, we are so spiritual. I don't think it's new to you anymore. You are aware of it. We are so spiritual, we are so connected to the divine and the rest of them because we have a direct interaction. We had a direct interaction. Our ancestors had a direct interaction with the Creator. We ourselves, everything is embedded in us. Everything we need is in us because there is a covenant that was made to our ancestors. You get the point? So there is a connection we have already. Now when you see the way these people living in Israel today, the way they act, You ask yourself, if these people are the real chosen ones, then they should have a connection with, I just hope you understand where I'm going to. I hope you do understand. Now, these are places where we go to for pilgrimage. Now, they've extorted a lot of money from people. Should I use that word? Or they've made a lot of money from people around the world. I want to go and see where Yeshua lived. I want to go see where he grew up. I want to go do this. I want to go do that. Why? Everything is here. In the West, Middle, and South Africa. Everything is here. But we spend a lot of money. Churches and wherever have sponsored a lot of persons to go to this same place and to go see some of these artificial places that were created. If you're not new to the channel, you already know that they do create artificial places. Now they come to our cable land to get some of those things, and they go there to plant it and create a place, and they'll tell you to come there for pilgrimage. You're leaving the original to a place where it's not even original. So I don't know, you do leave your comment there at the section. What do you think about this whole thing? Just giving 60 days for these people to vacate. I think it's how these are people that some of them were born there, like you heard them. Their life revolves there. They do not have any citizenship of any place, and then all of a sudden you're asking them to leave. Like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Leave your thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive. Bye for now.